What is up, guys? It is RSC6414 here with your 2013 Border Wars pay-per-view review. Overall, I gotta say the show is pretty good. There's a couple matches that weren't very good. Get to those matches in a second. But overall, I gotta say the show, I'd give it a 7.5, maybe 8 out of 10. I definitely recommend buying the DVD, buying the pay-per-view on demand if you don't like buying the DVDs. Save some money. Definitely recommend buying it. You can go to ROHWrestling.com and get it. But let's get on to the predictions. The review. Sorry, guys. Started off with Jay Briscoe, Kevin Steen opening video package of how Briscoe took the title from Kevin Steen and won it. Took it off Kevin Steen after it was a pretty impressive run, but Briscoe showed how he beat him in Supercard of Honor and took the title belt, new Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion. And then they get on to the first match, which was between ACH and Thomas. Of course, ACH, probably one of the most exciting people in top high flyer for sure in Ring of Honor, I'd say. Definitely gets big pop everywhere he goes, but winning this match, and CNC, Caprice Coleman, Cedric Alexander would end up winning this. But there was this one point in the match where ACH did a front flip off almost like a suicide dive, but it wasn't really a suicide dive, off the middle rope. I think he hit Caprice Coleman, and that was pretty sick. Crowd went nuts. There were a couple pretty fast-paced action in this match. Overall, I got to give this match an 8 out of 10. I'd say it's one of the better matches. Good way to start off the show, like I thought. And towards the end, Caprice Coleman gave, I forget who it was, I think it might have been ACH, a hurricanrana off the top rope. Then Cedric Alexander hits the frog splash, pins him for a 1, 2, 3. CNC's first win in months. I'm happy. I like CNC. I hope they can do some more things in the future. Like at Final Battle, I thought they might win the title belt against Briscoes and Scum, but they didn't. But I think they can do some things in the future. I hope they can. I hope they can take the tag titles. The next match is Mike Bennett versus Roderick Strong. Overall, I gotta give this match, it was pretty good too, I thought. I'd give it a 7 out of 10, maybe a 6.5. Strong would end up, he had Bennett in a stronghold, and then the ref got distracted a couple times, I think. It was pretty back and forth. I didn't think really either one or the other dominated throughout the match, but like I said earlier, Roderick Strong really has no place to go. Hope they can do things with him in the future. But towards the end of the match, Cheeseburger runs out and starts making out with Maria Kanellis for a good 6 or 7 seconds ringside, distracts Bennett, and then Strong rolls him up, pins him with the 1, 2, 3. Strong takes the win. Overall, like I said earlier in the predictions, he has no place to go. I think I said this earlier in the video. He doesn't really have a place to go. Just sort of been there. This feud with Elgin was pretty good. He's always in some decent matches, but when he comes in, he's pretty good. Hope they can give him some bigger matches to perform in Ring of Honor. I hope they can maybe give him a run, maybe Scum. I don't know, but I like Roderick Strong, and hope he can do big things in the future. Our next match was, I think there was a video package before of Scum and Ring of Honor, all the things that have played out over the past couple months with the Ring of Honor and Scum. Video package was whatever. It was decent, I guess. That takes us to the Rhett Titus BJ Whitmer match. The match I was most looking forward to turned out to be the worst match of the show by far. I'd say it's one of the worst I Quit matches I've ever seen, probably in history of all the wrestling I've watched. That was one of the worst matches. I give it a 2 out of 10 overall. It was really bad. The best part of the match, in my opinion, was when Rhett Titus ran. For all you who don't know, I'm a Scum fan, so I was going for Titus. Ran and kneed Whitmer in the face, or in the head, hit the ring post, and that was the best part of the match to me. That was not saying much. Then BJ Whitmer ties Rhett Titus to the rope with some zip ties. That was whatever. Scum uses those in some of their matches before. Titus is helpless. He keeps hitting him, and Whitmer keeps hitting Titus while he's tied to the ropes. Titus can't move. He spits in Whitmer's face. Whitmer gets a chair ringside, takes into the ring, and starts He's about to hit Titus. Carino comes in the ring, gets on his knees and's like, hit me, I sacrificed myself, blah, blah, blah. Just stands there smiling. And then Titus says, I quit, because he doesn't want Carino to get hit. That's that. Titus quits, and then all of a sudden, here comes the next match. Almost starts immediately after Titus says, I quit. Elgin and Lethal come in, running into the ring. Carino rolls out. And then Scum comes to save, I think Cliff Compton and Jimmy Jacobs were in this match, come in, running in. The match starts off kind of hitting back and forth, exchanging punches. Titus is still tied up to the ropes. Thought that was pretty funny. Eventually they release him. He rolls out of the ring, and then Elgin and Lethal have Compton and Jacobs in suplexes in midair. Elgin had him in for about good 35-40 seconds, getting good pop. Elgin's a great performer, really like him. Then they eventually finish the suplex, hit him on the canvas. After that, I think there was a couple near falls, maybe, if I'm not mistaken. Elgin and Lethal dominated most of this match, I thought, but Lethal in the middle of the match got hurt because he did a suicide dive through the middle rope. I was on, I think, maybe Jimmy Jacobs. Yeah, I think it was. And he hit the barricade and messed up his knee. And then he's just sort of sitting on the floor on the mat next to the ring. Can't get up. And then Kevin Steen starts running out after Nigel McGuinness got back to the commentator's booth and says, put me in the match, put me in the match, put me in the match. Because if you don't know, he got beat up by Scum, kicked out of the group. And then McGuinness says, you're in, you're in. Steen comes in, beats Compton and Jacobs up after Elgin's getting pummeled by them on a handicap match almost. And Compton is not a very good performer, but Elgin just dominated him and Jacobs both by himself for most of the match until the end. Elgin got beat up. Steen comes running in, like I just said, gets the tag, comes in, starts going from side to side, beating up Jacobs. Compton just takes him out one by one. Then I think the package pile driver, if I'm not mistaken, Elgin has him in, or maybe it might have been, I can't remember. The Compton dives at the knee, rolls him up for the Jacobs, rolls him up for the 1, 2, 3. Scum wins. No surprise. I'm pretty sure most of the Ring of Honor fans thought that that would happen, that Scum would win because Carino would have to leave wrestling and Ring of Honor forever. Most of you probably know who Steve Carino is, but he's sort of like the leader of Scum, kind of. And that's that. Then we go to intermission, and it shows Taiji Ishimori, Pro Wrestling Noah Junior Heavyweight Champion, some former videos of him going up against Generico. That was pretty cool during the intermission for the people watching the iPay-per-view. I can't remember. I think they showed one in London. Thought that was pretty cool. We go to QT Marshall, and after the intermission, and RD Evans come out, and they just start talking like we're the best tag team, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden the lights start flickering, and I'm thinking Ciampa's coming out. He's returning because he's feuded with them in the past. And then here he hates RD Evans. Ciampa comes running out. Everybody's going nuts. I was, because Ciampa's probably one of my top 3 favorite wrestlers. The Sicilian Psychopath in Ring of Honor is probably 2 or 3. I really like him, but comes in, takes out Marshall. Evans takes Marshall out of the ring, blah, 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 and that's obviously going to set up a feud of Evans and Marshall with Ciampa in the future. That was pretty cool, I thought. And we go to Taiji Ishimori and Eddie Edwards. This match, I'd give it a good, probably a good 8 out of 10, 7.5 maybe. It was really good. Back and forth action. Didn't really think one or the other dominated. Pretty acrobatic stuff between Ishimori. Jumped off the rope, did some couple cool moves. I thought this match was really good, like I said. I don't exactly remember how this match ended up, but I know Ishimori won, which I was a little surprised by. I think Eddie Edwards, I forget what he did. Sorry guys. Whatever. I know Eddie Edwards won. He picked Taiji Ishimori up, hit him, and onto the canvas. I knew. And the Die Hard, I'm pretty sure is what it's called, and pinned Ishimori for the 1, 2, 3. Thought this match was pretty good, like I said, and move on to the next match, which is, trying to think, I think it was Davey Richards and Paul London. Match was really good, I thought. Probably the best match of the night, in my opinion. Paul London, he definitely proved himself that he can still compete. He's not as good as he used to be, but the guy is 33, so what are you going to expect? Surprised me a little what he could do. haven't seen him since WWE. Did pretty good, I thought. I thought that Davey Richards would win, and he did. I thought that I'd give it 8.5 out of 10. There was this one point in the match where Richards jumped off the top rope and slid off London's chest onto his neck, and the commentators, McGuinness, and they thought that he was knocked out. I thought he was knocked out. He might have been for a few seconds, regained consciousness, and that was that. I think Richards, forget how he beat him, but I know Richards did win, and pinned for the 1, 2, 3. Afterwards, you have London and Edward and Richards. Sorry, guys, I don't know why I keep getting them confused. London shows how Richard shows his respect to Paul London. Says, if it weren't for guys like you, we wouldn't be here right now. Yada yada yada. London says something similar to that extent, and then that takes us into our main event. Or no, it was a TV title match before the Richards London match. That match, I'd give it a 4 out of 10. Matt Taven won. It was sort of whatever. The Hooplas, Scarlett, and I forget the new girl's name. She had these high heels on, pretty muscular, sort of whatever. Martini obviously comes out with his pants off, as usual. Looks retarded, and then what else? Taven rolls Briscoe up when the Hooplas are making out to each other, and distracts Briscoe. He does like the redneck kung fu to get him out of the rope, to get him off the ring apron, and Taven rolls him up for the 1, 2, 3. He retains. To me, like I said in my predictions, if you watch, Taven's sort of whatever. I mean, I don't really have much against him. I just don't really like Truth Martini. I think they paid way too much attention to Martini, and they should pay more attention to Taven. Maybe he'll feud with somebody for once, like on a consistent basis, but he sort of has nowhere to go. It's TV title. I mean, I could see him retaining it for a couple more months, but I could also see him losing in the next pay-per-view. I think it's best in the world. Sort of whatever to me. Taven, he's just, yeah, whatever. I mean, next match we go to the main event, Jay Briscoe and Adam Cole. That match, I'd say it was not the best match of the night. I'd give it a 6.5, maybe 7 out of 10. Probably 6.5. It was pretty good, I thought. It wasn't like great, but I thought it was pretty good. I think they're back and forth all the match, and then towards the end, Scum, I think Carino comes, gives him the shirt, like on the ropes. It's like, take the shirt, Adam Cole, take the shirt, and Adam Cole catches the shirt after Carino throws it to him. McGuinness comes, takes him off the rope, and hits him on the canvas, takes him out. Cole's pondering whether he should put the shirt on, become a member of Scum. A lot of people I know thought that he'd turn heel and become a member of Scum. I did not really think he would, but I could have easily seen that happen. And Briscoe takes him, hits a pile driver for the 1, 2, 3, and Jay Briscoe retains the title. And then they shake hands afterwards, and Adam Cole's looks like he's about to hit him from behind and take him out. He doesn't. After Briscoe turns around, he sort of runs out of the ring real fast, awkward sort of. And that ends the show. Overall, like I said, I'd give this show an 8 out of 10. Pretty good. yeah, that's about it. Watch my videos in the future. Get the iPay-per-view and DVD on demand. And yeah, thanks guys. Subscribe. Thanks.